I am PolitiFact as a liar, which is usually a good thing. But this is our media. This is an example of our media. So at a press conference, I said, during our last session, this was 2019, we just finished, our legislators decided to pass a law protecting children from e-cigarettes until they reach the age 21. They left children able to be sterilized and mutilated at any point in their life. This is a failing and we need a remedy. And I was like an out and out liar. You know, they're saying children in Texas cannot have this happen. And we have seen since then an escalation like this. So I don't want to repeat a lot of what you've heard. I just think this whole agenda is evil. The trans agenda is evil. And I started writing down just some of the evils. It's pro-victimhood, and to make anybody a victim when they're not a victim is evil. It's not fair to victims, real victims either. It's anti-parent, it's pro-destruction, it's anti-God and His goodness. And over the years, God has used this issue to make me more compassionate. I have a lot of compassion for the people who are struggling through this because it's been put on them by a cult. And I am actively praying, and I hope you will, for the parents who have children who are old enough to get caught up in this and listen and believe the lies that your parents don't want what's best for you. Parenting, I think, is God's closest thing to unconditional love, the way you feel for your child. And we want first best for our children, and we don't want them sterilized. And this evil agenda is hurting our families. It's pulling kids out. They want to take them away and be their parents when they have parents that love them. Pray for the parents that are struggling through this. And we're going to get some help. We're going to get help until kids are 18. This looks like it's going to happen. We need to keep praying it over the line. Pray the language is right. Pray everybody sticks to their guns and that nobody falls for bad amendments. That can happen on the floor. Please pray against that with us. I know we've got a lot of other people to hear from, so I'm going to cut myself off and give the mic back to Jill. Thank you.
Kelly Knight.
Hello, my name is
Texas
Kelly
Kids.
Nider, and I'm the Executive Director of Protect Texas Kids. We're a fairly new organization. We actually launched about a year ago, and in that year, I've really been able to see that there is a war being waged against our children. There is evil at work, and our kids are the target. It's happening inside of schools and outside of schools. I've had lots of parents talk to me about their children being secretly transitioned while they're at school. They have to pull the children out, but it's too late at that point because the damage has been done. Parents are being put last, and this radical far left agenda is being put first. And it's disgusting. It's truly disgusting that these children are being allowed to make these decisions that they cannot come back from. These are permanent decisions. When I was a student at the University of North Texas, I graduated last May, so about a year ago, I led my Young Conservatives of Texas chapter. And we hosted a big event with Jeff Younger, and the event was about banning child gender mutilation. And my classmates at UNT were so far left and so radical that they all showed up to protest this event. But not only that, there were people flown in from all around the country just to protest. They were paid to come in, they flew in, and they protested this event that was literally just about banning child gender mutilation. That's how much the people on the left want to push this. They're willing to fly people in for a college organization hosting a meeting about banning this. And that was really eye-opening to me, just to see how crazy these people were. The protests got so out of hand, I ended up having to hide in a janitor's closet in a nearby building because these people were dangerous. They're so fired up about this issue, and they are fighting hard, but we're gonna fight harder. And we're gonna keep pushing until this truly is banned. I've seen a lot of people coming down here to testify on these bills, and that's really good because sometimes it seems like the left, like we do protests for other events, and the left can get like 100 people when we can only get 10. And that's something we need to work on across the board. But I have seen this session for these bills, y'all really have come down here and testified, and y'all have been really supportive, and we need to keep it up until the end of session and make sure that these bills get through, because at the end of the day, we have to protect Texas kids. This is evil at work. We have